It's a Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yoshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yoshai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yoshai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule with a great millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akims and the folk on the earth to pushing the gospel and sincerity in truth. Shalom. Right, come down lesson to feed the elect and the nation of Israel, the 144,000 and 1/3, Benjamin children and confusion and faces. Right, this government shutdown, could be the beginning, of Jacob trouble, and we've seen a lot of articles coming out, the year of Karagma, which is the year of the push of the microchip. And all these signs that we see that this chip going to be pushed, right? It's a government shutdown threatening Section 8 housing in Peoria, right, which is stated Illinois, right? And it said it, and going back to what the Section 8 is a government program to provide rental assistance, right? So it said the government shut down. It threatens Section 8 housing, which is a government program that provides rental assistance. You understand? It said the government shut down that already has some 800,000 federal employees out of work or working without pay could have a devastating effect on the nation poor if it drag on. He said public housing is one area that is directly affected. He said of the 7,500 employees at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, only 340 are working, with another 1,000 that may be called in for a special task, but they would not the bill is passed. He said with the HUD, which is the Housing Urban Development Office closed, there is no proceeding of Section 8 or veteran housing voucher. That means that millions of residents of public housing could face higher rent or eviction, meaning they're going to be put out if they can't pay the rent. If the shutdown continue after February, since the HDU doesn't have a fund to cover the Section 8 voucher program in March, so if this continues in February, a lot of you people, you Israelites, who on this government program, rental assistance, and you heathens gonna be in jeopardy. You understand? It gonna be in jeopardy. He said at Pearson Hill apartment, 720 Great Oak Road, a facility with 1,000 units of Section 8 housing. He said Director Gene Goddard say he is already on pin and needle. Hey, Kalala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Rakakadash. Right? And this is the judgment for you prideful Israelites, and you prideful heathens, and you prideful Edomites. Right? I am worried about subsidy payment coming in from the government later this month or early February. I am keeping my finger crossed that the payment will hit the bank, he said. Section 8 housing help pay the rent for lower income individual. Someone whose monthly income is $1,850, for example, would pay $555 towards a monthly rent. If the total rent for an apartment is $850, the federal government paid $295 to the landlord. So this, once it continue in February, this shutdown continue in February, this gonna be in jeopardy, right? You're gonna be in jeopardy. It's but those supplementary payment are in jeopardy, said Goddard. If we do not receive those payments, things come to a grinding halt. We have no reserve to dip into, he said. Right? He said, um, Dina Yatel, the president of the CT-based National Low Income Coalition, said the shutdown posed a major threat to the nation poor. Right? He said no longer the shutdown continue. It says Salakia. The longer the shutdown continue, the more the lowest income people will be hard. And a lot of you Israelites gonna be hit hard because they are pride. Right? And majority are gonna be women. I don't need no man independent. Right? A lot of you Israelite women on the Section 8. Right? She said residents living in HUD and the U.S. Department of Agriculture property are some of our country's most vulnerable people. He said the vast majority are deeply poor senior people with disability and family with children. Yantel said if the cut off of Section 8 fund continue, it could have a chilling results. A prolonged government shutdown put residents at increased risk of it and protest. Right? It is incredibly reckless to risk the homes of our country's lowest income and most vulnerable people as perceived leverage for a border wall, he said. He said the USDA programs serve the poor that if the shutdown continue through February involves school, food distribution, and YIC, a program that provides nutrition aid to pregnant women, mothers, and babies. Scripture said, woe to them that with child in those last days. Woe to them. You understand? Woe to them. This is why Yahweh Shai said, don't weep for me. You understand? Weep for the time that you're coming into. And this is the time of Jacob trouble. Alright, this is the next article. It's CSRA News. It's a food stamp recipient to receive February benefit early due to shutdown. Right? It's South Carolina Department of Social and Service say in a press release it will issue February stamp benefit early and no additional benefit will be issued during the month, even if the government reopen. So even if the government reopen, they're gonna cut off the food. They cut off the food stamp. It's a supplement nutrition assistance program, which is a SNAP. Right? It's a recipient who received benefit in January and are eligible for ongoing benefit in February will receive their February benefit on their EBT card on January 17. This will impact about 231,000 households. Right? It's in the Palmetto State. He said this is not a bonus payment. SNAP recipient will not receive another benefit in February. They will not receive again. He said this is not a bonus payment. SNAP recipient will not receive another benefit in February. He said not going to receive nothing in February. Even if the federal government reopened. So even if the federal government opened, you're not going to receive the food stamp. Right? It said release stated households are strongly encouraged to carefully plan and budget their benefit accordingly. This is strong word. God will come in. Famine. The vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right? This will come in. You understand? He said recipient can contact their local DSS office or DSS connected at 1-800-616-1309 with question. In Georgia, the Division of Family and Children Service has released a February allotment of food stamp benefit early to all residents. He said Georgia SNAP, traditionally known as food stamp recipient, can now access their February benefit via the electronic benefit transfer EBT card and do not have to wait until the regular scheduled instant date for the month. So you're receiving your February portion from January the 17th, which is gonna be what, tomorrow, right? And they say use it wisely, right? They say use it wisely. So you Babylonians gonna feel it, right? You Babylonians gonna feel it, right? This is a quick precept. This is Ecclesiastes. Yeah, Kalala Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Rakakadash. Right? Judgment on Babylon. Right? And hey, all this gonna affect down in the island in Trinidad and Tobago, and gonna affect here too. Right? You understand? You understand? Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 1. It says, remember now that creating the day of thy youth, while the evil day come not. So remember the creating the day of thy youth. You understand? While the evil day come not. So what gonna be the evil day? The evil day gonna be what? Famine. You understand? Right? Race war, pestilence. You understand? They're gonna be the evil day, and this is what coming. You understand? It's all the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So you're not gonna have no pleasure in the evil day when they ain't got no food, when they ain't got no water, when they ain't got no house to go to. You understand? You're not gonna have pleasure. You're not gonna have pleasure in them in those evil days. This is why the Most High say, hey, remember the creating day of thy youth. You understand? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, remember the creating day of thy youth. Because what? We in the evil time. Right? Yeah, we in evil time. This is Ezekiel. Right? Ezekiel chapter 5.
Ezekiel, my name?
Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 5 verse right. Ezekiel chapter 5 verse Ezekiel 7 and 5. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 5, he said, thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power and evil, only evil, behold it is come. Yeah, and this is the time that we in. Yeah, this is the time that we in. Time of what? Time of sorrow, great mourning. Right? This is the time, great sorrow and mourning. Right? So hey, you people need to get up together. You Israelites need to repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? This is Isaiah 32 and 9. He said, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughter, give ears unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman, for the venture shall fail and the gathering shall not come. So section 8 gonna fail. You understand? Which go back to what the government program, rental assistance. What the food stamps gonna fail. So they giving February food stamp from tomorrow, and they said try and budget. Try and budget. Even if the government reopen, right? It's not gonna receive no food stamp. Even if the government open. You understand? So it said Isaiah 32 and 10, it said, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the venture shall fail and the gathering shall not come. So the venture is going to fail, the system going to fail, your monthly income, your fortnight income, your weekly income, all them things going to fail. You understand? Them things going to fail. Right? The second Ezra chapter 15 verse 17, he said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. He said, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. You see, because of you people pride, you people are prideful. Okay, right? Um, do what you feel like, one life to live. You understand? You people are prideful. You understand? Scoffing against the men of the Lord, speaking all kind of man of evil. You understand? Blaspheming the Lord's word. You people are prideful, right? You understand? He said, for because of there shall be trouble, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy with the sword, and spoil the goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. This will come to great tribulation. So you Israelite, take heed, you repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because this is the time that we coming into. So remember the creator of that youth. Right? And with that, Obus Lessons Edifying, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostle, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums and the folk and the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.